Hey guys, Annie here, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing with you my top tips for entertaining in the summertime on a budget. Here we go. Okay, my first tip when you want to entertain but you also don't want to spend too much is to pick a theme. This is my first tip no matter your budget, whether you have one or not. You have to pick a theme. But how does this relate to staying on budget? Well, it helps to narrow your focus. It's so much easier to go to the store, pick one or two things that's going to make your party pop, whether it's, like cute napkins, a really nice platter, what have you, but it's going to go with your theme. That way, you're not seeing a ton of cute stuff, tempted to buy it all, and then you end up not using half of it. So definitely, the first thing you want to do is pick a theme. Even if it's going to be as simple as picking a food style or a color scheme, as long as you have something in mind, it's going to help you save money, especially when it comes to my next tip, which is using what you have. One of the things that I like to do when I know I'm going to be planning a shindig is to go throughout my house, take stock of the things that I have, whether it be linens, pillows, party decor. I have like a big bin in my living room cabinet where I keep like streamers and stuff like that. I go through my platters, pictures, the whole gamut. I just go through my house, see what's going to work with my theme. It saves so much money to be able to use what you have. Now, another way to save money is to actually borrow what you don't have. I do this quite frequently, whether it's my sisters, my mom, you can always borrow from a neighbor or a close friend. As long as you are courteous and careful with the things that you are borrowing, most people don't mind. For instance, yesterday I had a shindig where my sister and my niece, a bunch of us came over. We had a great cookout. The kids went swimming, got in the hot tub. It was a lot of fun. I chose a Golden Girls theme. I had been looking around my house, trying to see, where I wanted to go direction-wise when it came to decor for the party. And I kept looking at my my dish towels, my palm leaf dish towels, and they make me think of Blanche Devereaux and her famous kind of iconic wallpaper in her bedroom where it's a palm leaf pattern. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have a Golden Girls party. My sister and I are huge fans of the show. We've been watching since we were kids. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make it work. But I don't have anything that's Golden Girls themed, but my sister does. She actually got these Funko Pop glasses from me. I bought them for her birthday last year. They are adorable. They're so cute. They feature each of the girls. And one of my favorite things about these cups is not only are they just aesthetically really, really cute, but the outfits that the girls are wearing in their cups are actually outfits they've worn on the show. So it was really, really detailed, and I appreciate that kind of as a super fan. I really like those. But I don't own them. I borrowed them, and they made the party just that much more extra special. So always consider borrowing when you don't have something that you might need. My next tip for saving money when you're planning a party is to think batch. And I'm not just talking about cocktails. Obviously, I always serve a batch cocktail when I'm throwing a party. I'll make margaritas, sometimes I'll make sangria. So it's always much more inexpensive just to serve a big batch cocktail. It's also a lot more convenient. You're not sitting there stirring, mixing drinks all day. But I also serve batch drinks. I made a big batch of lemonade. It's really convenient to have it ready-made. The kids love it. They'll drink it all day. That's just a nice thing to have. But another thing that I like to do that saves a little bit of cash is to actually serve ice water in a big batch. It's always kind of been a pet peeve of mine to throw a party and find like dozens and dozens of half-finished water bottles all over the house. I mean, it's a pain in the butt to get rid of. I don't want to waste the water, so I end up emptying it out into my plants. And this way, this just kind of makes it so much easier. It's so much cheaper than buying a big case of individual bottled waters. I spent 88 cents on the water. So cheap, and then 56 cents on the lemon. Super cheap. So what is that? Like $1.30 something for water for my party. And honestly, look at this. I ended up putting both my lemonade and my water into giant drink dispensers that I've had for years. I got them at Target. They're about 20 bucks a pop. Such a great investment in my opinion. And aesthetically, they look more pleasing than a bunch of bottles of water anyway. I think they look more appetizing, more appealing for your guests. It looks just a little bit more zhuzhy, a little bit more special, and it saves you a ton of money. My next tip is to keep your menu simple. You do not have to serve a fancy spread. You don't have to have the most expensive this or the gourmet that. As long as your food is prepared well and delicious, you can serve insanely simple things. For instance, this time around, I decided to do tacos. Soft tacos, they're delicious. I ended up grilling a bunch of chicken, super cheap, inexpensive. I got all my stuff at Walmart. And I mean, you don't get cheaper than rice and beans, really, which, you know, kind of the standard when it comes to tacos. It's kind of your standard when it comes to side dishes. It's so easy. Pretty much everybody likes tacos. I don't know a single person who doesn't like some form of taco or another. And it didn't cost me an arm and a leg, and I was able to feed everybody very easily because this kind of food definitely goes a long way. You get a lot of bang for your buck. But just because this is simple fare doesn't mean it can't be delicious. I ended up marinating my chicken with this amazing Bobby Flay recipe that calls for lime juice, jalapeno, and cilantro. It's so good. I will try to find it, and if I find it online, I will link it below. And then to go along with that, I just served a simple no-bake cheesecake because you can't have a Golden Girls party and not serve cheesecake. So I just use a simple one. My family and I use this all the time. It's one of our most common go-to desserts. It's cool, it's delicious, it's easy, and I don't have to turn on my oven. As long as you put a little bit of love into your food, you're gonna be okay. So definitely consider serving more simple dishes, but just very well done. My next tip is actually when it comes to the look of your party. You can skimp on buying decor. You don't have to have rentals or anything like that. You can use the things that you have in your home to make your house look that much cuter. I just pulled a bunch of stuff together that I already had. The Golden Girls glasses went a long way in helping my theme. I had some votive candles in these beautiful gold candle holders that I got at the Dollar Tree years ago for another party I threw for my sister's 30th. I laid out a tablecloth, I had candles on the table. So just little touches like that go a long way in making your party look really special. One time I had a summer kind of like Mexican fiesta theme, and I had a Mexican blanket that I bought in Mexico. I used that as my table runner. Get creative, use what you have, make it just a little bit special, and it's gonna go a long way in making your party look fantastic. Because as our favorite Sicilian mama, Sophia Petrillo, always says, presentation is very important. My last tip for entertaining, once again, should be your goal no matter your budget. And that is to take a tip from our favorite Southern belle, Blanche Devereaux, and be a relaxed, welcoming hostess. Don't have your guests feel like they're not wanted. Greet them at the door, offer them a drink, create a relaxed, comfortable, happy atmosphere. Even if something goes wrong, I'd much rather have a hostess that's able to say, you know what, it didn't work out, but you know what, we're gonna make it work anyway, than somebody who's running around screaming and really is stressed out. You can dim your lights, you can have music playing in the background, light a few candles, make your home a warm, welcoming place. That's gonna go further than any piece of decor, than any menu item in making your party a success and having your guests leave happy. If you guys have any tips or tricks that you use to party on a budget, please comment down below. I would love to hear from you. And you know, I'm always trying to up my party game and be a super hostess. So please, again, feel free to let me know your party tips. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and happy entertaining. Bye for now, guys.